Hello, my dear. Rhonda Constant, your favorite hometown medium, physical energy healer, oracle card advisor, paranormal investigator, power and voice for your loved one. How are you today? Oh, getting paroled soon, I think. Yay! Anyway, so we're going to talk to Jason today, and so far he's being very quiet, very laid back. But I like to explain to my first timers and my little spiel. I see, hear, feel, sense, know. They talk to me, but they also show me pictures, and I call it spiritual charades. And I hated the game charades when I was growing up. But they never waste their energy. There's always a reason for what they show or tell. So if it doesn't make any sense now, keep it in mind because you'll either see it later, remember it later, or somebody else will validate it for you later and go, "Oh, I know what he's talking about." So, sorry, I got distracted. Something popped up in front of me. I can't make those things stop. So anyway, they don't always tell us what we want to know. They tell us what we need to know. And he won't give me all the details, more than likely, because the details are none of my business. He should give enough where you understand what he's talking about. And I don't need to know. It's not my business. So anyway, this is not an exact science. So sometimes you got to stretch it outside the box a little bit because we just communicate the best way we can. It's not perfect, but we do a pretty good job. So, okay, he's coming in with this real easy, calm, laid back, peaceful attitude, feeling, energy. Um, just well, I don't even know if those are enough words to describe it. He's just calm, cool, collected. He's saying twinkle, twinkle, little star. I don't know why. Something about wishing upon a star. Have you recently made a wish upon a star? I think you said something about a shooting star. That wasn't exactly a sign from him, but it caused you to think of him. So you wishing upon that star. Um, he says your dreams do come true. He's singing the Disney song. Was it Jiminy Cricket saying when you wish upon a star, makes no difference who you are. You don't want me to sing to you, believe me. So did he actually cause the shooting star? No. Okay. He says it will be a sign from him, and signs do not have to be live in person. They can be in a magazine, on Facebook, on a TV show. Whenever you see a shooting star or you hear somebody say shooting star, and you may be walking through Walmart and you may hear somebody in the next aisle say something about a shooting star, that's still a sign. That's still a sign from him. So that will be a big sign. He says, no, he is not the reason that you see all the ones. Those are messages from your guides and angels. So whenever you see repeating numbers like 111, 222, whatever it is, Google angel numbers 111 or however many ones you see, and there'll be a message in there for you. That's just kind of the way they've been finding a way to talk to people to get their messages through. So he said, okay. He says, yes, I did it. I did it. And he just kind of matter of fact, yes, I did it. I had to. I felt like I had to. He says he just felt like it was the right thing to do at the right time. He said maybe there was something in the note that I shouldn't have put. You know, and it's funny because anybody, and I believe me, I got into this work because of suicide. They're attracted to me because it's my passion. It's what turned my world upside down worse than anything in my whole life, and yet it made my world right more than anything else in my whole life, and I can't even explain that. But so I've dealt with a lot of it, and he is the most calm, cool, collected person that has left that way. Usually they come in and they show that their brain was all scrambled and all the yarn was all knotted up in there and all twisted, and he is just like laid back, matter of fact. Yes, I did. It was the right thing for me to do. He says felt like there was no purpose to anything, nobody's fault, my decision. And he's pretty much saying it that way. And this is a totally different attitude than I usually get. Um, Intentional. And he goes, and it happened. Like, no big deal. He wants me to tell you about the purpose. I'm not sure. He says, tell her about the purpose. I don't know what purpose he's talking about. He's talking about the bigger plan, not his purpose. Okay, I'm not sure how this fits here. But anyway, before we come down here, we make a plan. We decide. Sorry, I got distracted. Good grief, my brain's going, oof, butterfly. I don't know where I'm going today. Anyway, we decide. We have an exit point. We have an exit point before we even get here. It might be when you're 1 day old. It might be when you're 100 years old. So whatever your exit point is, it can wiggle around a little bit, but it's going to be in that area. It'll depend on what's going on around you. So he says he's part of the bigger plan, and I honestly don't understand. I do barely, so I don't know for sure how to explain it to you, but it's part of the bigger plan. It's part of what did everybody around him learn. His soul had already learned what he came here to learn in this lifetime, and his job was already done. And he was like, okay, I've finished my lesson, and okay, I'm out of here. Yeah, I've never heard anybody say that before either. So I don't know, that we come here to learn lessons. We come here to teach our soul things that we can't learn as easily up there because we learn them faster down here because of the things that kick us in the ass. Like something like this, kicking everybody in the ass, and they're all learning something from it. I know that sounds cruel, but the ones that hurt the most are the lessons we remember and learn the fastest from. Believe me, I know. And he says he knew this on a soul level, that he had like an inner knowing. His soul knew, okay, I've learned what I came here to learn. I'm done. So it wasn't even like somebody did something to him or he was confused. Not at all. Not at all. That's not what he's showing. So he was, I don't know if any of you knew it, but he was, what's the words I want to use? He had that knowing, he had that understanding. His soul knew what was going on, and he may not have said it to people around him because then people go, "Oh, yeah, you're crazy." But he was well in touch with himself, well in touch with his soul. And it was decided, you may not believe any of this, but this is what I've been taught. It was decided what would be the best way for him to leave, to teach the people around him something. And I've had it happen to me too, so it's a hard one to it's a hard one to swallow. Like I said, I've never had one like him. He's just so totally in touch with himself. He said with a few parties thrown in there. He said that wasn't it though. Even amongst some of that, it was like he still knew himself. He still knew he was still totally connected with his soul, which most of us aren't. That's pretty cool. He knew who he was. Yes, I did write the note. Yes, the autopsy's correct with one little bitty flaw, but it's not like he thinks that that's whatever it is, it's not any big deal. He says he says the other people do not matter because it was my decision. And he's going like this, it was my decision. And he keeps going back to that core gut, soul space. And now I went through the same thing with mine as far as being on this end of it. Now I'm understanding a little more. He said, yes, that was him sitting on your bed. He was actually trying to bounce on the bed, and so you would feel it. And not just that he was there, but he tried to do that motion so you knew that there was actually somebody there. But he's showing himself sitting there with the same calm, totally connected to himself type of type of type of energy, and sitting there and looking at you and going, I want her to feel connected the way I feel connected. He says, ergo, shooting star in the numbers. He's wanting you to get that connection with yourself like he had with himself. And even if nobody around him realized it or saw it or knew it, he knew it. And that's all that was important. And each one of us should know it. It would be a total game changer in the world if everybody was as connected as he was. Wow, this is pretty special. So as he's showing me the shooting star again, he says you need to get connected with the deeper meaning in life. You need to start digging. You need to start Googling those numbers. He wants you to wake up. He wants you to be one of the ones that are awake. He says you've got that. And he's actually reaching his hand out to you. He's going to come to you in your dreams, but he's going to come through not as your cousin, but as a guide. So he'll still look the same. I mean, he's not going to turn into a different person, but he's going to be a guide for you. And that's pretty cool because my Bob, who left by suicide, he is now my main guide, my right-hand man, even though he's always on the left. He's my total trusted with my life guide. And he has helped steer me learning things, digging deeper. So, wow. So anyway, Jason is the one you should call on. So when you have free will choice, they can bring you the most awesome stuff in the world, and you can go, yeah, no, I don't want that. Because you have, and my guides are always going, Rhonda, what are you doing? We just brought you this. What are you doing? Because I had the choice to go, yeah, no. So since you have that free will choice, you need to ask him, this is what I would like to have in my life. This is what's the big picture out there. Oh, this is all about you. This really is. What's the big picture out there? Ask him to find the appropriate guides, angels, nudge the right people. Don't worry about the steps in between because they will open those doors for you. They'll bring you that phone call from that person. And how you get to that end goal, whatever your dream is in life, and it won't be that mansion on the hill because that's just material shit. Whatever the path to get there may look different than what you expected, but he's showing me you took a little whoop-de-doo off your path, but you're heading back to it, and he wants to help you with that. He will be an awesome guide, and he's also showing me an Indian chief, which I have an Indian chief too, as a guide. I haven't seen him lately, come to think of it. We'll also have an Indian chief. But he can also help bring those guides to you, and he can also help bring people to you down here. He's the kind of guide I would want. And I can feel him really strong right here, right through here. His energy, you will feel that. It's just like this side right here feels different from this side. And it's not that big a difference. I'm just used to feeling them. I don't even know how to explain this energy. Like I said, he's totally different. Not sure I'm worthy of doing this reading. Okay, he says you're going to start seeing flashes of light. So you're in an awakening. Stick with him 100%. Ask him. But you have to be ready to allow what happens. I already said that. Anyway, so you're going to see, when you see the flashes of light, it's not like a big blow-up light. It'll be like little, extremely bright little pinpricks. Little pinpricks. Little pinpricks. If you haven't already seen them, you're going to start seeing them. Little pinpricks. And sometimes it's kind of like the sparklers on the 4th of July. You know how bright that little star is? Kind of like those. So Put a piece of paper and pen beside your bed because he's going to start coming to you in your dreams. He's going to come through as a guide to help guide you and instruct you. And make sure you write it down. Usually those kind of dreams you don't forget 30 seconds. You know, if you wake up and your dream starts fading away into smoke. These shouldn't fade, but I notice mine do, and I very rarely dream. But go ahead and have that paper ready. Even if it seems like the craziest idea in the world, write it down, because eventually you'll start seeing I don't want to say system. You'll start seeing a pattern. You'll start seeing a pattern to what you write down when you wake up. He says Earth is a playground, but it's a hard playground. It's tough. He got what he needed and he left. No big deal. he's he, he's showing in your house, and it may not be a ceiling light, but this may just be the way he's showing that he's what he's going to do, and he's unscrewing the light bulb. So you're going to have lights flicker in your house, or maybe in your car. They did it in my car one time. I thought my battery's going to go dead because the lights wouldn't go out. My medium friend told me a couple days later, she goes, "Have trouble with your car?" And I go, "Yeah." And she goes, "Well, Bob was doing that." I said, "Well, he's going to run my battery down." Tell him stop. He thought he was funny. So they can manipulate things like electronics. And we are pure energy. Once we get rid of this heavy ass body, and some of us are heavier than others, we're just pure energy. It's quantum physics. It's actually science in a way. So he said he really didn't even have any cleansing to do. Usually when we get up there and they peel all the old crap from Earth off of us, he had his shit together. Had his shit together. He may not have looked like it here, but inside, in his soul and spirit, he had his shit together. This is very unusual out of all the readings I've done. Excuse me. So he's back doing the job that he's supposed to be doing. And you're one of his clients. He's calling you a client. He says, don't listen to other people. You're going to know in your gut what's right and what isn't. It's time for you to open your eyes. So I always call my gut your psychic antenna. You got a psychic antenna here, and you know, like if somebody walks into the room and they're not a good person, you kind of get that knot in your stomach, or the situation isn't good and you get that knot. It's a little different if you get the butterflies, you know, like you're scared of first day on a new job or something. That knot. At your psychic antenna. If you walk in, somebody walks in and you just feel like, woo, that's your psychic antenna. He says you're a beautiful person. You're going to feel him on the bed again. He's still going to try to bounce it. Not really trying to be ornery, just because he's so calm. But just trying to get your attention and let you know that's him, that he's there. And when he does anything like that, now the flashes of light are not going to be him. Not actually him. I don't know how to describe those. I thought I was losing thought something was wrong with my eyes. I was going blind or something. I kept seeing him all the time. But make sure, like the bouncing the bed, the lights flickering, whatever. He's going to do calm things and nothing crazy out there so you think your house is haunted. But when you get those, make sure you validate him, acknowledge him, let him know that you know that's him, and ask him to bring you more if you want it, or you can shut it down. That's your free will choice. It's totally up to you to turn all this off if you want to. He says he thinks it's time for you. He says your choice again. So he's calling you honey bunches of oats. Okay, he tells me to talk to you about a bicycle. He's showing a bigger bicycle, so it's not back when you were younger. It'd be more like a bicycle an older child or adult would ride. Don't know why he's showing this bike. Give me a reason. He's not giving me a reason why he's showing this bike. Somebody's riding a bike down the road. Have you recently ridden a bike down the road, or maybe you guys used to ride together as adults? I'm only seeing one person on a bike. Appears to be a female. Not sure where he's going with that. So anyway, it's their show. I allow them to do whatever they want within reason. They know what needs to be done. He definitely does. I kind of like to have him on my guide as one of my guides. So he said, all right, he said, he just says again, pay attention to your dream. He's not really worried about what happened while he was here. He's not worried about it. He's like, pay attention to your dreams, pay attention to the words that are said, pay attention. Some of it will come in cryptic. I am not a dream interpreter. Some of that stuff comes in so cryptic. I was in a meditation one time and she says, okay, put the little bird in your hand. And we were like zoned out. And in my mind, I squished the bird and killed it. And I said, oh my gosh, I wouldn't do that. She said, Rhonda, calm down. It just means you're trying too hard. So see how cryptic that was? Because I thought I killed the bird. She says, no, you're just trying too hard. All right. So don't overanalyze everything. There'll be stuff that comes in that's just weird, off the wall, and you go, ooh, I would have never thought of that. They're bringing it to you. They're bringing you those little weird ideas that pop into your head. Bob's hitting me with the pool noodle right now, my Bob. That's usually when I'm in trouble, so I don't know what I'm in trouble for. Okay, my dear, those are his messages to you. I've never had a reading like this. Don't know what to think of it, but it's all about you. It's about you. So we'll see what your dad has to say. Oop. Can't right now. Maybe his will be a normal reading. Make Jason your main guide. Tell him you want him for your main guide. Tell him that it's okay. Allow him. Give him permission. Give up your free will choice in the matter and let him lead the way for a little bit. If you don't like it, you can always say no later. Like I said, free will choice. It's up to you. Okay, so wow, I don't know what else to say. Awesome, 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 my dear. Just don't get in a big hurry. Don't push it. Don't Don't go, I got to have it right now, right this minute. I have to understand everything. No, you don't. No, you don't. Keep Googling those angel numbers because you're getting them all the time. And the ones are always, and one time you might get 111, one time you might get 1111, or the sevens, 3 sevens, 4 sevens. But when you get different amount of numbers, go back and Google them again because 111 does not mean the same as 4 ones or 5 ones. But the repeating numbers will get your attention. So if there's 3 sevens, Google angel number 777. If there's 4, then go back and do it again. Everything has a different meaning, and your guides and angels are trying to get those messages to you. And watch for the shooting star and validate him when you see that. Okay, much love to you, my dear. Thank you for this opportunity. This was definitely a special reading and very different. So let me know how those dreams go. See you later. Rhonda Constant, your favorite hometown medium, physical energy healer, oracle card advisor, paranormal investigator, voice for your loved ones. Much love to you.